What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for MicroStrategy Incorporated with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So before I begin the video, I want to give a YouTube shout out to a channel called Dollars with Diana, and the S in the dollars is with the money sign. So if you guys are interested in another stock channel, check out Dollars with Diana. She just released a MicroStrategy video, which was pretty informative and entertaining. And she also has some music on her channel. So go and support her channel out if you guys are also interested in more stock related content. I remember when I had 0 subscribers, everyone starts at 0. And I just like to help out these smaller channels. So let's take a look at MicroStrategy on the daily chart. Well, again, we had to wait a couple of days before the market can open today, and it did gap down lower, but we did see a nice push up higher today, followed by some small little follow through in the post market as well, 2.31% as right now to 336. So price did drop down to the 303 level, bounced up, and it looks like it's still trying to maintain this level as support. So you could drag that line down. It could be something like that, where price is bouncing off this 317 level as it did back over here. Over here, a failed breakdown lower. Looks like maybe we're setting up for a higher low for higher prices. So we'll see what happens off of this level. This is still clearly resistant at the 366, 367. It looks like price is still kind of maintaining this level as support at the 317, 318 level. This trend line is subjective. There's some discretion involved. Again, this is not a systematic way of reading the charts. It's not, with some algorithm or anything like that. This is based on human discretion, human subjectivity. And you can see that, some traders are going to draw their trend line as if price broke through already and we're coming back to retest it for support. Generally, you're not going to see this many bounces from it if that were true. So this lends me to believe that we're still kind of below the trend line and we have not seen a decisive break through it. And that's another thing in the markets. You want to see decisive breaks because if you don't see a decisive break, then it might as well have not broken out. So this is not really even a decisive break through the trend line. If you can adjust this slightly and we're still below it, it means that we're probably still below the trend line. However, there's some bullish divergence going on. And what does that mean? It means that in the medium term, there has been a downtrend, but in the very short term, we have seen some strong bullish buying occur. So this is possibly setting up for higher prices. And if we were to continue pushing up off of this level, we could probably see a similar size leg up. This is the one leg right here. Second leg up, that probably will take price to the $400 level. And then if we can break above the 366, 367 and hold as support, and on that pullback, there's a good chance we can rally from there. So overall, MicroStrategy has been trying to continue to trend down lower for a while now, and it's struggling to. So this was one leg down right here created by the bears. This was the start of the second leg down. They were attempting the gap fill at the 275. They only partially filled at the 287, 286 level, and the measurement target is currently at the 240s, and they're struggling to get down there. So again, if it's not guaranteed we reach these targets, I think you always have to keep that in mind. If it was guaranteed, then this would be pretty easy, and obviously it's not easy. Because there's no guarantees in the market. But you clearly see that the bears were attempting to go lower. Even Bitcoin, I was targeting 86,000 for the breakout lower, and you can see that it broke out to about 89,000 and then immediately reversed higher back to the $94,000 level. So it's just struggling to go down lower, which tells you just how much buying pressure there is. There's so much buying for Bitcoin. It's unbelievable. It's just a very strong looking market. If you were to see price correct normally, it would probably drop 30-40%. For Bitcoin, it's basically barely dropping. It's going maybe 10-15%. 20% is a big drop for this bull market for Bitcoin that we have been seeing. It's barely dropping at all. So much buying going on that it just does not want to drop any time right now. So overall, MicroStrategy is kind of following Bitcoin as well. It's trying to drop down lower, struggling to. We're seeing a nice push up higher. We could probably see continued buying tomorrow. But again, for me to be confident that we do continue higher in the longer term, we need to see a break of this downward trend line and a break above the 365, 366 level. Now, that's all I have on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Here's a look at the weekly chart for MSTR. And, we did pull back to the EMA, which generally is a good sign. So we're no longer overextended on the top side. We could be setting up for some higher low situation, depending on how this week ends. It's right now starting out pretty bullish, and we'll see how this ends. Like I said before, if we do see a break of the trend line, and we could probably see price rally up to the 366. If it exceeds that, I'm looking for the 400 level. If it gets to the 400, there's a good chance it'll probably stay up there and continue much higher from there. So again, this is looking more bullish than it has been for the past several weeks now. It is setting up for a potential bottom in this pullback. Overall, this was just a pullback at the end of the day, and I'll go over the reasons why on the log scale. Here's a look at the log scale. And you see that price has been trending up since December of 2022, making higher highs, higher lows. We are above the bullish trend line, this one right here, and also above this bullish trend line. And overall, we do have a measure move target at higher prices. This is all one large impulse up, followed by a correction. That's when the second impulse started. And the target is right around that $1,500, $1,600 level. And MicroStrategy can get there very quickly. You guys can already see how quickly price can go up. Just from about September up until mid-November, that was about a 330% gain in just a few months. So we could see something similar, maybe not as large, but it just goes to show you how quickly MicroStrategy can go up, because it's a leverage play on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin can go up quickly as well. So overall, I'm looking for higher prices in the long term for MicroStrategy. Still looking pretty bullish. It's barely going down. It looks like we potentially have seen a bottom. I can't confirm that until we see a break of that bearish trend line and price getting above that 366, 367 with decision, not indecision. You want to see a good break of that level, and then we can go from there. So again, what is the Trump inauguration going to do for MicroStrategy? Probably not much. Whatever the chart tells me is where it's going to go. So I don't really care what happens in the news. It's setting up for higher prices right now, and you're probably going to see some good news start coming out or something like that. They write the news to fit the price action. So all I have for MicroStrategy on the daily and weekly charts today. Most likely I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.